Hi Leo, this is your July monthly tarot reading. We'll have 5 separate spreads in this monthly reading. In the first spread, we'll be looking at new love coming towards you. In the second spread, we'll look at an existing love in a relationship or marriage. Then I'll do the X spread. After that, we'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances. And at the end, we'll get you an advice for the whole month of July. Please like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is on new love in July. We have the Ace of Wands clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. We have Justice. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles clarified by the Hierophant. In the potential outcome, we have the King of Pentacles with the Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. And we also have the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Well, you guys come through as the King and the Queen of Pentacles. You may have Earth in their chart. They could be an Earth sign towards Virgo, Capricorn, or somebody with a lot of Earth in their chart. We also have Libra on the table, right? We do have Fire, Earth. Yeah, we do have a lot. What I can tell you right away, this person has something to do with the way you make your money, or it could be somebody in your gym. Alright, because we have the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. This is a card of work, business, and finances, or it's a card of diligently working on something. Okay, you could be working on yourself when you go to gym. They could be doing the same. But for most of you, somehow I think this person is associated with the way you make your money. We start off with the Ace of Wands clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. This barely ever happens when one ace clarifies another ace. The Ace of Wands, it could be a very passionate new beginning. Right, you are a fire sign, right? Perhaps this is where an indicator of a fire sign actually comes through, the Ace of Wands. But I think for most of you, this is something that the two of you will be doing together. Especially if this person works with you, or they could be doing business with you or something like that. Perhaps you work together and there's a project that both of you are assigned to, both of you are working on this project. Perhaps you go to some kind of a industry or work-related conference, and that's where you'll meet. Perhaps you're going to go on a business trip, and that's where the two of you will meet. Perhaps you start a new job, or they start at your company, and you will immediately click. Right, that Ace of Wands has something to do with that Eight of Pentacles. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, and then that's when the Ace of Pentacles will play out. If you guys work on the same team, on the same project, you will notice that there's something more than a colleague thing going on between the two of you. Perhaps you two make a great team, and that will eventually transform into another type of team, where it's just the two of you creating a family together, okay, or something like that. I do see this eventually transitioning from that colleague, that co-worker relationship into a very personal relationship with that Ace of Pentacles. That's how I see this. All right, Justice right next to the Ace of Wands could be a Libra you're dealing with. Justice could be a government organization. Perhaps both of you work for the government. Or Justice is simply you're finally getting what you deserve. Justice could be karma, and karma doesn't have to be bad. It's a common misconception that when somebody says karma, everybody's like, oh my God. No. Karma is a complicated thing, but if we strip it down to bare bones, it's either bad or good. So good is also a possibility, right? Justice could be an actual place where people get married, like a chapel or what have you. Justice could be an actual person who's got the authority to marry other people. But for most of you, it's either you're finally getting what you deserve, or you're working for a government organization, or perhaps justice could be, if you're going into business together with this person, it could be you filing paperwork with this person. Something among those lines. I think it's positive in this case. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles clarified by the Hierophant. You can be either the King of Pentacles or the Queen of Pentacles. Doesn't matter to me. But just for the reading's sake, just to make it easier on me, I assume you're the Queen of Pentacles, right? As I was clarifying the Queen of Pentacles, I simply asked how will Leo feel about what's going on, and the Hierophant showed up. Yes, you do want to get serious with them. The Hierophant is a major arcana card. It's a very serious card. It's a very spiritual card, educational card. Perhaps the two of you work for, I don't know, a university or school or something like that. But again, if we want to stay general, then the Hierophant is a card of something traditional, like a committed relationship or marriage. So that's how you will feel towards this. And I think they are on board as well. right? In the potential outcome, we have the King of Pentacles with the Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. The Knight of Pentacles is the most serious knight out of all 4 knights. The Knight of Pentacles always reminds me of the Ace of Pentacles. You see how the Knight of Pentacles is holding up a pentacle, right? That's exactly the pentacle we could be seeing in the Ace of Pentacles. It's like we're zooming in on that. But yeah, the Knight of Pentacles is the most serious, grounded, long-term knight out of all 4 knights. But the Knight of Pentacles, people usually plan ahead. They do have a plan, they do have a strategy, and they follow it. Alright, then the Nine of Cups right next to the deck is a card of a wish come true. It's also a card of a personal satisfaction and fulfillment. And it's just, the whole spread works. You guys make a perfect couple, the King and the Queen of Pentacles. Both of you are down to earth. Both of you perhaps finances oriented, or you simply work together. Yeah, you make a perfect couple. And it's not going to take long before the two of you realize that you could be more than just co-workers, more than just colleagues, more than just business partners or something like that. Alright, Leo, really happy for you. Congratulations. Leo, if you are already married, or if you're in a relationship, the spread is for you. We have the Seven of Pentacles clarified by the Hangman. We have Death. We have the Ace of Swords clarified by the Magician. And we also have the Sun on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Virgo, perhaps even another Leo. Right, but you probably already know your person's zodiac sign. You see that Death card? The Death card is a transformation card. The Death card is like a portal. Let me explain. To the left from the Death card, we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Hangman. Those 2 cards are talking about waiting and nothing happening. Right? Nothing. Absolutely nothing is happening. Probably because you're waiting for something. To the right from Death, we have a lot going on. Right, the Ace of Swords and the Magician are very active cards. The Magician is a card of manifestation, but most importantly, it's a card of taking action. And the Ace of Swords usually plays out as somebody who is getting ready to start acting upon something, right? The Ace of Swords is a card of a new beginning. It's the word yes. It's a very decisive energy. It's the energy of a very straightforward, very direct conversation. So you see, it's very symbolic. To the left from the Death, nothing happening or just simply waiting. To the right from Death, a lot is going on. So Death is like a transformation. It's like a portal of some sort, right? And the Sun on the bottom of the deck, that's actually your major arcana card, one of them, Leo, right? And it's also a card of clarity, just like the Ace of Swords, and it's the happiest card in the deck. So I don't know what you're waiting for, or I don't know if if nothing is going on at some point in July, something happens and a lot starts happening. Perhaps whatever you're waiting for is finally here. Or you just decide to, hey, let's no longer spend a lot of time on the couch watching TV, right? Let's get active. Let's join the gym. Let's go hiking. Let's do this. Let's do that. And things like that. All right? Cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Leo, this month. Keep in mind, it doesn't have to be the most recent next. We have Temperance. We have the Six of Wands clarified by the Four of Wands. We also have the Knight of Swords clarified by the Chariot and the Ten of Cups. And we have the Five of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. We also have Air, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And we have Cancer on the table. I know, you guys never take anybody back. I know that. However, this person will try. They will try hard. We do have 2 commitment and marriage cards on the table, but they are clarifiers. Okay, the Four of Wands is the first one, and the Ten of Cups is the second one. I did clarify the Knight of Swords because I just wanted to make sure what it means. The Knight of Swords could be a very conflicting energy. But at the same time, it could be an air sign and it could be a card of travel. So for most of you, I think it will play out as either travel or an air sign, or both. Because the Knight of Swords is clarified by the Chariot, could be a Cancer you're dealing with, but the Chariot is also a card of travel. Alright, so perhaps travel is somehow a part of this equation. So yes, they will try. The Five of Cups on the bottom of the deck, this is a card of grief, regrets. This card has always to do with the past, right? Temperance, the first card that came out, could be a Sagittarius you're dealing with. But Temperance is a card of healing, getting back together, rekindling, burying the hatchet, getting back into one's good graces. Alright, so that's what they want. And they do want to commit to you, right? We have the Six of Wands clarified by the first commitment and marriage card, the Four of Wands, right? They're hoping to win you back. The Six of Wands often is a card of a proposal. Yeah, it used to be called the proposal card. And the Ten of Cups right next to the deck is the second commitment and marriage card. I don't know what you're going to do, Leo. I don't. But they will try, right? They will try. The Chariot is not only a Cancer card, it's also a victory card, just like the Six of Wands. I think they will throw everything they've got at you in terms of trying to get you back and trying to win you back. All right, and they know it's a challenge. I think they know that you don't take anybody back, but they're still prepared to fight for it. All right, cool. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances, Leo, real quick. We have the Queen of Swords, clarified by the Page of Pentacles. We have the Two of Cups. We have the Eight of Pentacles, and we also have the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So you got this Queen of Swords coming towards you with some kind of offer, partnership offer, right? The Two of Cups right next to the Queen of Swords when it comes to work, business, and finances. This is my handshake card, all right, which also involves paperwork for some of you. Okay, the Queen of Swords is clarified by the Page of Pentacles. It could be paperwork. The Page of Pentacles could be paperwork. Or for some of you, it could be... it doesn't have to be like a full-time job. It could be like a side gig that could start off small, but then eventually it may become your main source of income in the future. Okay, because the Page of Pentacles is not really that much, but I think it's got a great potential, right? For some of you, you may not want to make it official or tell anybody this is happening. Right, the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck, it could be a card of a secret, so it could be like a secret agreement, or perhaps you're starting this and you're not telling anybody because you don't want those huge corporations to steal this idea from you, or something like that. But the High Priestess could also be a card of intuition, right? So if your intuition tells you, yes, let's give it a shot and see what happens, I think your intuition is onto something. Okay, the Eight of Pentacles right next to the deck is a card of work, business, and finances. So yes, it is work, business, and finances related. So yeah, be on the lookout for this Queen of Swords. Like I said, it could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. If they're not an air sign, this is somebody who is very straightforward, very direct, somebody who is very experienced, right? The Queen of Swords has been through a few things in their life, usually. And they can always smell bullshit from a mile away. It's that type of a personality, right? So I think they do mean business. And if they are experienced, then perhaps the two of you can make something out of this. So it could be like a new beginning of something that it's just the birth of some kind of a partnership or some kind of a idea when the two of you is going to be working in it on the wraps, but then it will blossom into something bigger. All right? Cool. Here's an advice or word of wisdom for you, Leo, for the whole month of July. We have the High Priestess, clarified by the Fool. We have the Ace of Swords, clarified by the King of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Cups and the Star on the bottom of the deck. This really reminds me of the first spread, the new love spread. You could be the King or the Queen of Pentacles. In the first spread, we had both. In this spread, only the King of Pentacles showed up, but that's probably because there aren't as many cards that I pulled for this particular spread. Alright, so besides the King of Pentacles, we also have the Nine of Cups and the Star. Both of them are Wish Come True cards. As a matter of fact, there are two Wish Come True cards in the tarot deck, and those are the two cards. The Ace of Swords is a card of clarity. It's a card of a new beginning. It's the word yes, right? The High Priestess, the first card that came out, could be a card of your own intuition. And the Fool is a card of a brand spanking new beginning, taking a leap of faith. It's also a card of taking a risk, but let's face it, every relationship we enter is taking a risk, every single one of them. It's just a matter of a 5% of a risk, or a 95% of a risk, or anywhere in between. So in case if you doubt whether you should get involved with this person or not, the advice for you is to go ahead. Leo, yes, go ahead. And since we have two Wish Come True cards, perhaps you are each other's Wish Come True. Alright, and you get a Wish Come True card per person. Alright, so yes. That's what I have for you, Leo, for this reading for this month. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also share and subscribe. And other than that, Leo, have an amazing July.